Hello, this is Baldina. We'll be starting a live session in a few minutes. Kindly just stay on board. Hello, just give us a minute. Hello.
Hello, Baldina.
Hi, how are you?
I am fine. And you?
I'm doing well. Just waiting for at least more people to be able to join us completely. I am live with your Instagram page as well. So I'm just waiting.
Awesome.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
Let me just. Hello, Abena. Uh, Good to have you on here. Just waiting for some more people to be able to join for the webinar so that we can begin. It's good to hear from you, Abena. Welcome, Mr. OK. We're just waiting for more people to join so that we can be able to begin. Possibly in a minute or so. In the meantime, I can start by being able to introduce myself. My name is Beldina Mwasia. I am a Brock University representative. I'm actually an in-country recruiter based in Nairobi. And I really enjoy such kind of sessions because we get a chance to be able to impact and to be able to learn from students. And Abena, thank you. Good to see you too. For anyone on the webinar, if you keep seeing me turn towards my phone, I'm also live on Instagram, just making sure that we're able to catch everyone who's willing to come on board and be able to come and have a look. I'm excited to be here. I'll be representing Brock University. I've worked with Brock now for the last 6 months. I'm originally from the digital marketing kind of sector, and I am excited about education. I'm one of those people who enjoyed very well having an education and getting a chance to be able to have an education out there. Welcome, welcome, Instagram Live people. I can see you joining. Welcome on board. Today, we're doing a Brock University presentation, and I'll be using slides to be able to present, but as you're live here, I'll also be explaining a lot of things so that you can be able to have a look and learn about Brock University as we keep going. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Keep going. Yes. Good to have you in here. Now, I think it's only fair that we begin. Anyone who catches on will catch us as we keep going. And it's really, really important. Just let me get my slides up really, really well. Just in case you're keen to see the slides as well, please just drop us a DM and someone will definitely be able to send you the login details immediately. Okay, so I want to share my screen just like that. As you can see me right there. I hope you can see my slides. Yes, yes. Okay, as I said, my name is Beldina Mwasia. I'm a Brock University in-country recruiter. I've been in recruitment for a while now, and I'm passionate about education. I'm passionate about education because I'm one of those people who had the privilege to also go out there, and a lot of my decisions were influenced by the kind of people who were able to speak to me about their institutions. Now, starting off with Brock, I remember having a lot of questions when I first started looking at the idea of university. And I don't know if Iabo gets this a lot, but I kept asking people, what is marketable? What can work? What will make sure that I can earn the most? Actually, I kept thinking about what will happen after. And I was keen about this. So I kept worrying if there was ever going to be a point where I could connect my passions with the education that I actually got and be able to build something very solid there. And I hope you can hear me very, very clearly. as we keep going. So I know these are some of the questions that we get from the students. A lot of the time when you're looking to study out there, especially studying in Canada, studying in Brock, I know you're wondering, what do I study? Will this be marketable after I study? What kind of job opportunities do I get out there? What will work for me? And I want to be able to answer a lot of these questions as we keep going. So starting off just directly, the thing about Brock is the location of the university works really, really well. It matters where you go to school, especially in Canada, because the more north you go, the colder it becomes. And there are cities where it's snowing all through and through. So it's really important to make sure that you're in a location where you can not only be able to study, but have a student life that makes sense completely. So looking at this very, very well, Brock is situated, and anyone who's on the webinar, you can see where it is. It's about 20 minutes from the Niagara Falls, and the Niagara Falls are famous out there, very, very seriously. We're also about 30 minutes from Buffalo, New York. This is where the border of New York and Canada itself. And then we're about 60 minutes from Toronto. And this gives us such an advantage that it makes such a difference to be able to be out there. So what it means is this, that one, we can talk about safety. Where it's located, it's the beautiful city of St. Catharines, which is located within the Niagara region. And most of the parents, when they're looking to get their students out there in university out there, they're usually keen to make sure that there's safety, especially with this movement of Black Lives Matter. It matters where you go to school because you want to also be able to come back home and be okay. Yes? Now, because of the location, we also get a different advantage. We can talk about affordable living. Did you know that an apartment in St. Catharines is 67% less than one in Toronto? Yet we're just about 1 hour from Toronto, which is quite interesting. So it's important to be able to get. You don't want to spend, I say, all your pocket money paying for accommodation. So for me, it matters where you stay as well. You don't want to spend all your money just being able to do so as well. Let me just keep admitting some more people right here. Give me a minute. I might have to stop sharing so that I can admit someone who's just coming on board. Okay. There's someone chatting me up over here. They're telling me I look very beautiful. I say yes, please. And just in case you're on the you're on the webinar itself, we'll be recording. So I'm just starting the recording just right now so that we can have it as record, please. Yes. Right there. Let me just share my screen one more time so that we can be okay. And we're good to go. So back to the advantages that our location gives us. I mentioned that the campus is very, very safe. Secondly, we talk about affordable living. The third thing we talk about very, very seriously is that we have personalized international student support. Now, this is really important. When I was just starting uni, I was 16 when I moved away from Nairobi to go study out there. And some of the things I never anticipated were homesickness. I think my mom was the one who kept saying, oh, Beltina, you might have some homesickness, some tribal transitioning. And I was so excited to be out there in the world that it didn't matter to me at that point. But as I've grown older and during that time, it really helped to have counselors on the ground to be able to help me transition. And we do have personalized student support. Actually, we were ranked first in terms of student satisfaction and mental health in Canada just last year. So that means students are actually enjoying being around Canada. They're able to adjust and they're able to do very, very, very well. We have what we call career-driven programming. A lot of our programs, of the 70 undergraduate programs that we offer, 40 of them we actually offer in terms of what we call co-op. Now, just to explain co-op, even though I will go into full detail about co-op as we keep going, co-op is a paid internship that is inserted right within your studies. So if you're going to study for 4 years, usually what we do is one of those years you actually spend time being able to study, to being able to work and be able to test out your skills. Now, I find it really, really important to be able to check your skills because that you don't want to study and by the time you finish studying, you realize that's not the degree you wanted. That's one thing. But two, it's also good to test out because out there you get to network. We're finding a lot of the companies actually assimilating a lot of the students that have gone through Brock, especially if they've done the co-op system, we're finding a lot of them taken into the system itself, and they're able to make sure that they're working out there. So that has concluded like our 96.5% employment rate as we keep going. So talking a little, I'm wondering what's happening with my screen a little. You'll allow me to just keep, this gadgets keep working very well. So I've got to make sure I'm doing it very, very well so that it moves. Okay. Just give me a minute. It happens that sometimes when the PowerPoint is actually on there that way, it usually, when it's on full screen, sometimes it might refuse to move. So we're able to see it. Let me just share it from this point of view. Okay, this is perfect. Share screen. Right there. And we are back. So talking about the different kind of accommodation and everything. Now, moving on swiftly, one of the things that I want to mention is out there we have over 19,000 students that come to Brock University. Of the 19,000 students that come to Brock, about 2,500 are actually international students. So you're bound to find your clan out there. You're bound to find what I say, your tribe out there. You're bound to find people that you actually like to associate with. Of the students that we have, we also say that we have about, for faculty, one faculty to about 30 students. That means that you actually have access to your lecturer. And as you go through your degree, you realize that this is something really, really important so that you can be able to make sure that you can be able to access your lecturer, ask questions, be able to move and be able to enjoy it. Now, talking a little bit about the programs that we offer a full variety of programs within Brock University. And one of the major ones that we offer is some programs that are very, very, what I'd say, competitive. And I talk about programs like nursing, programs like psychology, programs like business administration, and we actually offer them with a co-op option, which is really, really usually very, very exciting. Why we do this is to make sure that you can get work experience as you study, as you enjoy it, and as you do everything. So we do offer the general programs that are very, very competitive. We also offer programs that can be very vital at this time. When you talk about programs like computer science is a major program with us. Definitely, because one of the things that happens now is that everyone is going digital. And when everyone is going digital, we're looking for people who can be able to help us transition and be able to do really, really well. So what happens is this, that you find that within the computer science courses, we have 5 of them. We actually offer all 5 of them in terms of co-op option, meaning we actually have paid internship as we do this. And the other thing that happens is that you can be able to access computer science in terms of computer science as itself. You can do computer science with mathematics that can give you an edge, just in case you like the numbers. You can do computing in business. Now, this is the computers behind business. We're talking digital marketers. You can actually study this. You can do computing and network communications, which works really, really, really well. We can also do computing with solid state device technology. I don't know if it's you, Iyabo, who's asking to be on my live. Is it you, Iyabo? Hello? Back to the programs themselves as we keep going. We also have different kind of programs that, as we talk about. We have ideal programs like game design, game programming. These are also really, really, really competitive. Now, one of the things that we're very, very keen on is that even as students are able to play their PlayStations, we have a way in which they can study how those PlayStations are created, how those characters are devised. And it's important to us that you're able to do this and study and be able to get out there and make sure the skill is marketable. We have courses that we're able to make sure that we are able to provide like proper provision. We talk about courses. I don't know if you know this about Canada, but in Canada, courses like engineering, architecture, dentistry are considered what we call professional courses. What this usually means is that you need an undergraduate degree first before you can actually apply to be able to get into medical school. Now, what we do as Brock University, we offer facilities for such kind of courses. One of the courses that we have that is very, very amazing in terms of medicine, we usually have what we call medical sciences, which is a fantastic course that helps for someone to be able to transition into medicine after they graduate. Definitely prepare them for the exam, prepare them for the prerequisites, because you might find that usually it doesn't matter what course you study before the medicine, but usually you find that within the course itself, when you're signing up for something like medicine, they say they need some prerequisites. So it's important to make sure that you studied some of these prerequisites. We also have an option to add an extra program that usually doesn't have any kind of credits, but it's called Med Plus, that helps you prepare you further, gives you internship opportunities, and just gives you a chance to be able to get there. We also have a number of graduate studies. A lot of them are offered in research, but of the 5 major programs that we also offer course-based, we find some of them are actually co-op, and they offer a chance for the students to be able to get out there and do really, really well. Now, talking a little bit, and I just want to make sure this is bigger. Talking a little bit after programs about the kind of lifestyle and the kind of student life that students are able to experience. I want to just go here. I mentioned this kind of statistics. In terms of mental health services in Canada, Brock University was actually ranked number one. In terms of student overall satisfaction, we ranked number 3, which is really good kind of rankings to make sure that we are able to provide what a student needs that really, really works. Now, talking about co-op options within Brock. Of the 70 programs I mentioned, 40 of them are actually offered in co-op, which means that we do have a chance to be able to have a lot of our students out there in the market testing out their skills, their programs, and everything that they do. Of them, you find that 80% of employers out there, that is in Canada, say that if a student has gone through co-op, then their potential of employability is very, very high. I must say this, that during the paid internship, which is usually about a year within your 4 years of study, what happens is you actually earn between $18 to about $23 per hour, which is way above the $16 minimum wage. And it makes sure that you're able to not only earn as you study, and this one usually you're just being able to test out your skill, meaning you're working through and through that whole semester. You're not doing your studies as you work. You actually get to work and experience the workplace very, very well as part of your studies. I've mentioned that 40 of our programs are offered in co-op, and usually we do it for a minimum of 1 year. Now, if anyone can see my screen, usually on the webinar itself, we have a number of companies that we work with towards taking our students into the co-op option. One of them is like Pepsi. I can just imagine, just the other day I was hearing about psychology students who were figuring out how a soda bottle should look and what would be the most appealing to the market out there. And I thought that was really, really interesting. Or imagine just as a computer science students entering the computer science, the computer system department at Coca-Cola or at Ford. We have different companies that are able to accept our students in terms of internship. And by the time you're coming out there, let me tell you, when you can say you've had a year of internship, it really does set you apart. It gives you an edge in terms of the student, in terms of where you get employed, how you get employed, and how you can also be able to negotiate about your first pay. Now, talking a little bit about student life. In terms of student life, we talk about the ability to live around campus or off campus. Now, I'll mention something about residence. Residence is actually guaranteed for first-year students or for first-time students who are coming into Canada, especially if they do not live in Canada. This is guaranteed so that it can give students a chance to be able to be out there and be able to experience everything. Now, talking about the residence within Brock University, we have what we call traditional residence, which means usually 2 beds and you share. In between you can have desks, and if you're on the webinar, you'll be able to see this very, very well. We do have what we call semi-en-suite, which means that each of you have your own room, but you share a bathroom in between. We do have what we call townhouse style, where everyone has their own room, their own bathroom, and you actually get to share the amenities. We're talking the kitchen and the sitting room. These are available within the campus of Brock, and it makes all the difference in the world to be able to do so. Now, I'll say this, that 66% of our accommodation is actually single rooms. So if you're a person who's thinking you want to stay alone, especially during this COVID times, highly likely you'll end up with a single room, definitely. As I mentioned, accommodation is guaranteed. However, we have a deadline for June the 1st if you're looking to live within campus and if you're looking to be able to stay around campus. We also have off-campus living, and we're keen about this. We do not force first-year students to live on campus, only if they want to. You can also live outside campus, and as I mentioned, an apartment at around St. Catharines is about 67% less as compared to an apartment within Toronto. So it makes all the difference in the world to be able to stay in a place that you actually like. Now, we also have options for students who can hardly speak English, and I notice that this is not most of our Nigerian students, but for students who can hardly speak English, we have what we call homestay that we offer freely for first-time English-speaking students, just to be able to help them maneuver and be able to experience Brock at their best. Now, I must mention something about the scholarships that we have. Thank you for introducing me, Moses. Thank you. We have a number of scholarships within Brock University, and we have what we'd call automatic scholarships, and we have what we'd call applied scholarships. Now, automatic scholarships are usually based on your credentials and your academic performance, and anyone with anything based on the Ontario system between 80% to about 93% or even over, you're able to access different kinds of scholarships within Brock. The first one that you can access is actually called in terms of the automatic scholarship, is actually called the Brock Scholars Award. Now, the Brock Scholars Award is an interesting award because this is the kind of award that allows for students to earn between $4,000 to about $16,000 off within the first 4 years within the university itself. So it makes all the difference in the world. We have what we call the Emerging Market kind of scholarship. And the Emerging Market Entrance Award is an interesting award. It's usually based on the Brock Scholars Award, meaning it's also based on how you're performing in terms of your studies. We have the International Curriculum Award. So just in case you're on here and you're studying either IB, A-levels, or you're doing the AP system, that's the American system, then you can definitely there's a scholarship based on that. Now, we have one that is running currently called the International Student Ambassador Award. Now, unfortunately, or fortunately for us actually, it closes on the 1st of April. We still have a full day to be able to apply. So just in case you are keen on this scholarship, it's usually worth about 20,000 Canadian dollars. And they start reviewing it from the 1st of April. So what happens is we close the application then. And just in case you want to be able to get your application in, you can definitely be able to contact MD Edu-Consults. Actually, if you DM the agent MD Edu-Consults right after this, they can definitely get your application on board and be able to get your scholarship application in time. So just in case you're very keen, it's important to be able to DM just directly and be able to get the details. So the International Student Ambassador Award is usually based on an all-rounder kind of student. Just in case you're the kind of person who likes extracurricular activities. Just in case you're the kind of person who is very outgoing and you love being around people. Just in case you're the kind of person who not only likes your studies, but you like you play an instrument or you play a sport. It's important. This is a scholarship that you could definitely qualify for. We have over 10 positions open for all the applications that we have. So it's actually open to a number of students, and it usually works really well. It involves a short video, usually for about, I think it's usually a 2-minute kind of video, just to be able to explain this and to give individuals the best kind of I'm just accepting someone on. It gives individuals the best kind of edge in terms of what they're able to get. We have things like the Caribbean Scholarship, also an automatic scholarship. Now, being able to apply, once you've done your application, and the best person to be able to help you do this, I say, is MB Edu-Consult. If you're able to hand in your application, you can start your scholarship application almost immediately. You do not need to wait to be admitted to start your scholarship application. This allows that, especially within this time, we have an edge still, and you're able to get as many scholarships as possible. Within your portal, there's also an app we call the One app. Now, the One app usually offers a chance for scholarships to be able to be for the different scholarships that we have. Brock has over 1,200 different kind of scholarships, and it makes all the difference to be able to have scholarships that make sense completely. I'm just trying to share this again, so that we can see if it moves. It always seems to hang. Yeah. Whenever we are on full screen, so I just want to do that so that we can be able to get the scholarship. So we have what we call the One app. It's an application that allows us to be able to do scholarship applications very, very easily. It's an application that is right within your student portal to be able to enable you to be able to have your application going and have your application set really, really well. Let me just share that one more time. Yes, right there. So talking about the different scholarships, we have over 1,200 scholarships. Actually, Brock has secluded over about, give or take, 4 million Canadian dollars just to be able to offer scholarships to students out here. So once you get your application in, then the application for the scholarships begin. Remember, our deadlines are really, really soon, especially if you're looking to enter through September intake. So it's important that you engage MD Edu-Consults as soon as possible to be able to get this going. So when we look at the kind of school fees you'll be paying, and I get this quite a lot actually from students, they usually ask, so how much am I looking to pay per year? And I say ideally within Brock University, we're looking at a school fees range of about 27,000 Canadian dollars to about 28,000 Canadian dollars. That in terms of American dollars is about 20,000 American dollars, and this is per year. Now, we do not require that you pay the full school fees up front. Actually, we find people who pay it per semester, and that's actually allowed. However, during your visa application, and MD Edu-Consult can be able to give you this information. During your visa application, usually you're the one who's able to determine what you need in terms of application to be able to represent. You might find you actually need to have this amount within your account to indicate that you can pay for the school fees for the full year. We also have what we call mandatory auxiliary fees. Now, this is fees that covers in terms of health insurance. It covers a bus pass. Actually, as you pay your school fees, how you move around St. Catharines, especially if you live off campus, or you want to just move around, go to the Niagara Falls, be able to experience St. Catharines, you have a bus pass that comes with your school fees that allows you to be able to pay for this and be able to move around without having to pay off pocket. So that's part of the auxiliary fees. This is usually about 2,500 Canadian dollars. Now, from there, any other kind of payment is dependent on what you choose. If you choose to live on campus, then you're paying between 7,000 Canadian dollars to about 8,600 Canadian dollars on residence per year. If you choose to live off campus, of course, this is a cheaper amount, and we can send you a link to be able to know where you can live in St. Catharines off campus. If you choose to eat on campus, then we're talking about a dining plan of between 4,500 Canadian dollars and 5,100 Canadian dollars. If you choose to eat off campus, of course, this goes much lower because you're preparing your own foods. We have textbooks and the different kind of details that you may be able to require. But the two mandatory kind of school fees and in terms of money that you need to be able to have is your tuition, of course, which is about give or take 28,000 Canadian dollars, and mandatory auxiliary fees that works really, really well. Now, which is about between 2,000, actually about 2,500 Canadian dollars. That has been my presentation. I'm hoping that you've been able to see it, but just in case you want more information about Brock University, about our scholarships, about our programs, it's important that you're able to reach me. You can definitely reach me through MB Edu-Consult. We have a direct contact, and you can be able to find out more information about Brock University, how we work, exactly what we're able to do. And definitely the team will be able to connect you to us and help you with your application process step by step. We do have what we call an open day coming up. An open day is a day to be able to experience Brock, so you're able to see Brock in terms of general overview, especially now that we cannot travel at the moment. We're looking to have people on campus in September. So we're looking to have on-campus learning from September. So just in case you're keen to come to Canada and to Brock University, we're looking to have on-campus learning from September. So you can start your application now. We have open day where you get to experience Brock. That will be on the 28th of April to the 30th of April. Now, these are different days, different kind of sessions. You can attend the ones that appeal to you. You can view campus, you can learn about Brock, you can learn about the scholarship opportunities, you can come and learn about everything about Brock will be said there. We usually even rope in a guest lecture to be able to come and just teach a little bit about a certain subject. The last time we actually had a guest lecture from the public health kind of institution, and it was quite fun to watch the lecture. We had a lot of different people engage and decide to do a different course than what they wanted to do because they were very excited about the lecture itself. So it's important that you're able to sign up. For anyone who's able to sign up, to be able to sign up, by the way, if you're on this Instagram live, kindly visit, just DM MB Edu-Consults and you'll be able to get a link directly on how to sign up for open day. Just in case you're on the webinar, you can see the open day, what is this? The open day link right there to be able to enable you to be able to sign up. Otherwise, I think that is me for now. As I said, my name is Beldina Mwasia, a Brock representative and in-country recruiter. I'm keen about education, and this is why I'm here talking to you. I think I should say thank you before our time runs out and take any questions we might have. Have we enjoyed ourselves? Hello? Anyone who's had fun on this presentation? I believe we've had a good time. Anyone who might have a question, we still have about 6 minutes till we have to end the Zoom conversation. I must say that usually we like it. It means when there's no questions, usually it means that I've done a very fantastic presentation in and out my sharing of the screen, which is exciting. Right there. Now, you can take an actual...
Hello, Beldina.
Yes, please. Yes, Miss Yabo.
Could you please talk about some of the postgraduate programs available for students to apply? Because we are not just open to undergraduate students.
Okay, let me just take that screen. Talking about the graduate studies that we have a number of graduate studies. A lot of them are offered in what we call research-based. Research-based usually means that the institution pays for the program to happen. So usually this one has to be a conversation between you and the actual lecturer to be able to take on your course, and if your course is in the same kind of line. Now, we actually also have what we call course-based kind of programs, and course-based kind of programs are usually the kind of programs where you can actually pay and come for your studies there. Some of our course-based kind of programs are like our accounting program. We have the business administration program. We also have materials physics kind of program. We have education in there as well. And we do have a number of master's program. To be able to email, and I want to just tie that question in with the answer right here. The best time to be able to email a supervisor, you can email a supervisor even now to be able to get information about the master's program. The reason for this is so that you can make sure you're in good time to be able to find out if your research is in line with the lecturer's kind of research and where they have their most focus on. This is for the research-based kind of programs. For the programs that are what we call course-based, these ones you can just apply directly. Our Goodman School, in terms of the MBA, is amongst the best. It's been voted amongst the best business school out there, and it makes all the difference in the world. They also offer a lot of their programs in co-op, so meaning you get out there, you get to experience, you get to learn completely. So it's really, really important to be able to come together like that and be able to see how best to go about it. I hope I've answered your question, Abena, and combining it with the Yabo's question about the graduate programs that we have. For any more information about programs in terms of master's programs, you can definitely contact Mrs. Yabo. She's the head of MB Edu-Consults, and they'll be able to answer you and give you more information about our master's program. And it's important to check if your program is what we call course-based or research-based. Any more questions? We still have good time to be able to ask questions and just talk about everything that we need to. So just in case you're out there and it's you have a burning question, I should be able to answer it. So one more time, Abena, you can start emailing, find out the details of a lecturer, and you can start by emailing the lecturer just directly. Anytime. And just to mention that the studies around Brock, a lot of the people who tend to teach the courses around Brock are usually running their own research, running their own. They're very, very keen on education. The faculty is usually very, very excited about studies at Brock. So it makes all the difference completely. And again, you can sign up for our open day. If you're on the live, kindly you just contact MB Edu-Consults and they should send you an open day invite. Actually, for anyone who signs up this early, you get a chance to be entered in a draw where you can win up to about 250 in terms of Canadian dollars kind of gift card. So just in case you're keen on winning, sign up today. It never hurts to learn more and ask the same kind of questions. You'll get a chance to also interact with lecturers on there. We have about 4 minutes 30.
Hello, Beldina.
Yes.
Hello, Beldina.
Yes, I'm here.
Tell us a little bit about St. Catharines, Ontario.
St. Catharines, Ontario. St. Catharines.
Benefit of staying or studying in St. Catharines in Ontario.
Benefit of staying and traveling in St. Catharines. Now, I mentioned that it matters, and this is where I started from. I like that question. Because this is where I started from, and it's important to be able to mention that around St. Catharines, where we're located, Brock is located about 20 minutes from the Niagara Falls, 30 minutes from the New York Canadian border, 60 minutes from Toronto, and this gives us an advantage. One, we talk about safety. And I say with Black Lives Matter movement, it's important that we remain safe. We have a lot of parents sending their students to different kind of institutions based on safety. You want your kid to be able to come back. So St. Catharines is a very, very safe place. The second thing we talk about is about accommodation. Did you know that an apartment in St. Catharines is 67% less than one in Toronto? And you might find that St. Catharines is only an hour away, meaning during the weekends you can actually travel up to Toronto if you're keen about that kind of experience and come back to St. Catharines, which is a more quieter kind of environment for education. We talk about personalized international student support, and I mentioned that we are keen to have counselors that are able to not only guide an individual only in terms of studies, but also to be able to help them transition. We're talking homesickness, taking care of a student completely. We talk about career-driven kind of programming, and these are the co-op options. This is the paid internship that runs during your studies. So if you're there to study at Brock to study for 4 years, for one of the years you actually spend working, and you're paid during this 1 year, and it's counted as part of your education. What this does, it's not only gives you a chance to be able to test out your program, it also gives you a chance to be able to see if you can build the kind of networks that you're looking for. It also looks really good on your CV when you're applying for a new job. So that has led to about 96.5% of our individuals finding work. A 96.5 employability rate is really, really high. We have a lot of employers saying that because a student has actually done co-op, 80% of the employers are saying because a student has done co-op, they are willing to be able to hire from that point of view. And that's usually really, really good. We also find that we have about our courses during co-op, the co-op season, you can earn between $18 to $23 per hour, and this is excluding the working outside of campus. We have over 40 programs that we offer in co-op, and as I said, it runs for about a year. I hope I've answered the question. I'm seeing a question here. From Brock University provide, that's me being introduced very, very well. Hi, Baldina. I mentioned that one. I think I've answered most of the questions. Does anyone else have another question? Are we happy? I see that. Yes. And definitely you can reach me directly through MB Edu-Consults. If you're able to just contact them, DM them, be able to send them an email, you can be able to have access to Brock University. We're partnered with them to make sure that we bring about the best experience of Brock to our applicants. Do you have any more questions? Are we happy? Now we have less than 1 minute. I think I can squeeze in one more question just in case you have any. But just in case, as I said, my name is Baldina Mwasia from Brock University. I'm an in-country student recruiter. I am passionate about education, and I am here to give applicants to Brock University the best experience. I'm based in Nairobi, which is usually 2 hours behind Nigeria. So you guys, I'm sure, are enjoying your sunshine still. We're still out here. I can see my webinar just ended directly, but I'm still on the live and I am enjoying this. I just want to say thank you for having me. And just in case you have any more questions or any kind of issue, kindly contact MB Edu-Consult and they should be able to direct you and guide you on how to sign up. Thank you and have a good night. Bye-bye. Thank you. Thank you. Have a good day. Thank you very much. I'm just trying to end the live.